smell from Lalande's beautiful kitchen, and I just walked automatically into the kitchen, and I do this most mornings, and this is what I'm greeted with. I'm expecting to see a bunch of people in the kitchen getting bread and croissants, but no, just devastation. But we're not letting it get us down. In fact, I think everyone in the chateau is starting to get really excited about the reinvention of Lalande's kitchen. This kitchen has been the heart of the home since we moved here 20 years ago. When we arrived, it had, of course, its cooker that it's had since the late 19th century, but the kitchen had been redone, I think probably in the 70s, and there was a mustard yellow fitted kitchen in here, which we removed, and we couldn't afford to put a lovely new fitted kitchen in, so we used things that we had around the chateau. We found the top of the dresser in the attic, and it fits perfectly on the wall there, in between the two windows. So we think it did originally come from the kitchen, but the base had been lost many decades or even centuries ago. So I just used the top wall cabinets from the fitted kitchen that was there at the time, very uninspiring though they were, and painted them so that for free I was able to have a dresser to display all of the blue and white things. The sink unit that we have was actually an old cabinet that we found in one of the outbuildings here, and we had brought an old sink with us from England that we fit into it, and it's been our cabinet for the sink ever since. And I think we want to keep that history going forward. We're probably going to keep that sink unit in here, that we'll change the sink itself and the top. And we'll also keep the top of the dresser, the one that was originally from Lalande, but we'll think of a new, more beautiful base for it. Something that looks as though it could always have been here. We definitely want to have all of the convenience of a fitted kitchen, but keep the look slightly unfitted. So this is something that Philip's working on. But first, I just want to take this moment to go back through some of the best memories of the Lalande kitchen over the last few years.
I've told you I will deal with the fruit.
Yes, the worry is when, with a big capital W.
Mañana, mañana, mañana.
I'll rather give them to the sheep. The best jam is made from fruits having been picked 10 minutes before.
Oh, well, we've already missed that, so we may as well just let it go now.
Wait another 10 minutes, there'll be less of them to jam.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, you think that's wrong with that? What on earth are you wearing?
Well, I fully intended to go back to bed, you see, because look at the weather outside. I can't go in the garden.
Very popular in this household, that blanket. I like that one. I was wondering where it was.
Well, it was in a place I found it. Safe place.
Well, it's safe now, isn't it?
I wanted to tell you that we have no heating in this house, you see.
Yes, I know
So
that.
I have to make do.
I have a feeling it's not meant to be worn over a full clothes. It looks a little bit maybe lumpy right now, but it's supposed to be more elegant. So
Sister Jane
well, this is
of
like
the
this is Wendy.
Monastery in London.
And Wendy.
I'm not sure if Babushka might be the Lalande nativity play.
Oh dear. He's crying. He's good on his tummy like that.
Oh, Miss Tony.
Yes.
I live in a mad. Gerald, do you want to talk me through today's outfit?
Yeah, well, this is what I normally wear. I thought I would just dress down a wee bit today. I'm usually a little bit brighter. But
Well, obviously there's a lot of tartan going on, which is confusing enough, but what confuses me even more is, why do you have trousers on underneath your shorts?
because Superman wears his underpants above his trousers.
Okay, good. So this
And
is...
I think this is a time when somebody has got to make a stand. There's not many Super Marvel heroes left.
And God knows we need a Superman in this house.
You know, from now on I want to be known as Scotman.
Stephanie, most of the content on your computer is me singing this song.
Every time it comes on, I have to turn the camera on.
Mummy, something bad's happened and we need to take you to see it.
Oh, tell us.
Yes, give me the bad news first.
Prepare us.
I like to deal with things.
There was a crash.
Oh no, not with the Jaguar.
Yes. But I figure that if I show you on film, you can't freak out.
Was there another caravan?
Why did you do that? It's alright, you can just stay here, Matthew.
What can I say?
I'll tell you what's going to happen.
Baked your favourite cake today.
Oh, that old chestnut.
Yes.
Lucy will be able to fix that in no time.
Jesus couldn't fix that.
But the good news is, we got the number plates for the new car.
Yes, I saw them here.
Yay!
We're just going to have to switch off the camera while we all beat up Mary. Okay? The next time you see Mary, she'll have a few bandages. There, go! Stop! It's on record!
Mary's decided that instead of anything savoury for dinner, we're having massive stacks of blueberry pancakes.
Is there a reason you're trying to sweeten me up with pancakes?
Just because you deserve the best.
Did anything happen to the Jaguar, Mary?
No. I'm so busy eating this lovely pancake that I made just for you.
Have a lovely day. Lovely to see you. Enjoy the evening.
This room isn't just a kitchen, it's a legend, but we plan to make it better than ever. I'm really excited for you to show everyone.
So the idea is, so what happened is that we've measured the walls, so we know what space we've got to work with, and then I've been drawing what I think it should look like. Because at the moment, I mean, this is quite open, because this hood that you have
I know, and actually we'd all like to leave it like that, but we can't for storage. It's not
just
possible.
storage, also because we're going to put an extractor fan in. So we have to have somehow of disguising that by creating a hood that looks like it could have always been here. But actually, I was really inspired by the way that this comes out, because there's an old chimney breast behind it, and it's got the same dimensions. And that's why I think you ended up going from this point.
Yes.
But instead of having go all the way to the window, I think it would look much better and be more practical to have it just come to here. So just following the old chimney breast. So basically, I can show you here. It's a flat image, but you can see here that the central bit juts out. You see? And also that gives us a space here to hide the ducting for the extractor fan.
That will run behind
here. Exactly. So these will be half cabinets at the top rather than full depth. And then here we can have more cabinets. And these are the heat lamps.
That Marie has been asking for.
Yes, they're copper. They're very nice, actually.
Okay.
It's very important for me that it doesn't just look beautiful, it's also very functional. So it's also discussing with Marie and with you, anyone who cooks in the kitchen a lot. I'm not the best chef. I've known to boil an egg in my day, but it's like, what we are going to do is center this stove, the new one, with the chimney breast that is already there, and then get rid of this cabinet that's here, which is just a little butcher's block, so that when it's centered, there's space for nearly a full cabinet.
Yes, because we never had any space on that side.
Well, there was a space actually, but just a gap.
There was just a gap, yes.
So that will be filled. This will be a built-in fridge, a fridge freezer.
Yes.
These are, this is what that gap is. So the idea is here it's going to have doors that look like cabinet doors. So it looks like, if they're close, it looks like there's one big cabinet, but actually they will open and create their own reveal.
Yes, they'll stack back.
Exactly. It'll go like that.
Yes.
Which means that when they're open, this looks like you've got the beautiful panelled window reveal.
It's amazing. We have never had a door on the kitchen.
It's going to be so good.
And Marie's so happy at the thought of being able to shut the door to the
also,
kitchen.
If there's I know that Natty will be delighted because she's always saying that whenever Marie's cooking during the guest season, she gets so hungry. She can smell all the food. So hopefully that will create a little bit of a barrier. And then also because we have the extractor fan in these plants, that means that actually a lot of the heat in the sense can go out. There's a plan for this wall, so I think that's basically what I said. Oh, we're keeping this range, of course.
Yes.
I mean, that was never a question. It's part of the history of the building, and it's important to keep these bits because otherwise you're going to just end up with a new build. You might as well just working with a new build. So instead, we're keeping it, working around it. So all the worktop on here will be like a quartz because it's more durable than marble, which is very, very porous. You know,
I love the look of marble, but yes, we would stain it in
not a good
seconds.
idea. So if we have it on the left, on the right, here as well, it'll have drawers in here for the spices. Tiny cabinet.
I'm
there.
losing my spice rack.
Well, actually, we might not have to lose it.
No, I've agreed. I've told Marie the spice rack can go.
In which case, I would love to do something else.
To hide that. It was actually to hide that originally.
To hide
All the
that.
electrical cupboards.
Yeah, we'll come up with something. Then for this wall, we are keeping the base cabinet because we don't want it to look like a fitted kitchen. We want it to look like it was added to
slightly different
over time.
finishes in different areas.
I would love for something like this. It's a bit narrower, and we want to keep the little hooks that are here because these are actually used.
Yeah, we use them all the
lights.
time.
Now, there is one alternative plan that I didn't draw out, which is the kitchen needs more copper.
Oh no, don't you dare, Philip.
Hear me out. The idea would be to insert, because you like having the light here, right?
Oh yeah, I like it. Yes.
Which I can see as well. It could be a metal rail that comes out like this, goes back in. It actually has two.
I think
one
I
there,
know
one
what's
there,
coming.
with little hooks on it, like little,
Yep,
sort of
here we
S
go.
hooks. And then you have all your beautiful copper
There it is.
pots and pans
Yep.
hanging from
That's
it. and
what
all
I
the
was
lids
waiting
below
for.
It'll look beautiful, and it looked like chateau worthy as well. So I think that's a good. Also, it will break it up.
We have a lot of discussions ahead of us, is what we're realising.
No. But look, if you don't want to, you don't want to. But there's those two options, I think. And then it would also, like I said, break it up. The copper would be a little bit brighter as well, because if the light's hitting it, it would.
Yeah.
Shine it.
A lot of you have asked if we'll be getting an island unit, but we've decided that probably the most important part of the kitchen for us is all sitting together around the kitchen table every evening. And we're more than doubling the amount of work surface for Marie or any of the cooks who are using the kitchen, so we can keep the table. If the kitchen is the heart of the chateau, the table is the heart of the kitchen. We're also going to keep the very large cupboard. It might change colour. I think the entire colour of the kitchen is going to change. And it's a pretty iconic part of the kitchen.
Actually, really useful too, because it's,
so useful.
super deep
It
and
is so
really
useful.
tall.
We can't lose that amount of storage.
This is very low. Well, I'm not sure that this is not a great height for working on. The idea is to actually have new cabinets made and then have drawers there so that we can keep like the placemats there and also the cutlery, which is not in that cabinet. So
Yes, the cutlery would be great.
On top of it, have again a quartz and have these cabinets be rather than, what is this, 30 centimeters deep, have them be 60 centimeters
So
deep.
full depth work surface.
So actually, we get all of this counter space.
And that's 3 meters long. So that's a 3 meter work
So that Marie
surface.
can, rather than just having that be the correct height,
Yes.
have all of that be the correct height as well.
And we think that whilst we're doing the kitchen, we're also going to do the arrière-cuisine. We always call it the arrière-cuisine, that's the French word. It's the scullery. It's where we do all the washing up, where the dishwashers are, but we're going to have new work surface there, lots of new storage. So that's something Philip's still working on. We don't have the final plan for that yet. Very excited about that. But all of this is very unexpected and is probably going to cost a fortune. And we actually had already planned a Jarvis Janssen product launch of beautiful kitchen products for the kitchen. We were going to launch them next week in the kitchen. Philip had already started taking photos, so there's some beautiful photos of Annalise and Marie in these products. But this is the new Jarvis Janssen Lalande apron. It's the pattern from Chambre des Oiseaux, which I think is one of the most iconic patterns from Lalande. And not just an apron. We also have tea towels, oven gloves, and pot holders. But I think I'm not going to reveal these anymore in this dusty kitchen. With the best will in the world and the best apron in the world, I can't cook in this kitchen, and my aunt hasn't seen these products, so I'm going to go and show her up there as well.
Beautiful.
You like them?
I love them.
This is the first time you're seeing it. Oh, look at that.
And I do like this because a lot of them haven't got it, you know. The little...
You know Philip, he's all about detail.
Yes, but that's very important. Look at this.
Yeah, they are beautiful.
They are gorgeous and they are very thick.
So we have them like this, or we have pot holders.
Oh,
show you.
Wonderful.
They're really nice, Philip.
I do like those because usually when you get them, they are just flat things, you know.
We need to be able to.
With a little round beading, I think it's so nice. They are brilliant.
They are, and I like it because you can then put them down and put
And
the
you
pot
can
on
put
it.
your pot on it, yes.
This way round.
I'm sorry, Philip. Philip says it must be this way round.
So these, the pan holders, were actually inspired by my grandparents' pan holders.
So your grandparents are very much part of this launch.
Yes, always. And I love the piping, so we did the piping as well.
But ours are thicker. Much
Much
thicker.
Yeah. And these are also probably about 30 years old. And they've been well used. I'm hoping that these will be well used too.
Philip's attention to detail is incredible and has been driving Andrew absolutely mad because Philip and Andrew have been working together on all of these products. Philip designs every aspect of it and Andrew liaises with the manufacturers. And your life has been made quite difficult by Philip, but you've done it.
By Philip. By perfection. He's wonderful.
This beige in the background was exactly the beige that Philip wanted, and for that they actually submerge the fabric and completely dye it the exact beige that he wants. And then the top pattern with the peacock is hand printed onto it so that it always sits, you see, in exactly the right part. You'll never get a peacock, half a peacock somewhere or other. Will always be in exactly the right spot. And then the stitching is white, just to break up the blue there. It's really detailed.
How many hands did we measure to get the gap for these?
All the Lalande's hands.
All the Lalande's and anyone we could find.
They fit perfectly. How is it in your hand, Tatinette?
A delight.
Oh, delight. Are you ready for the apron? Okay. Wait, voila. Wow.
You are ready for action.
Always.
You look magnificent.
Look at this.
Oh, Tatinette, middle chic.
Absolutely.
One of the things that took the longest for Philip was creating an apron that was one size fits most. And I can show that if we just ask Andrew to enter stage right. There we go.
Opposite direction.
They are wearing the same apron.
That was really nice as well. Is that you can wear...
covers everything.
Yeah, I like that.
You feel
I don't feel like nothing would splash or I couldn't, and the same with you.
I wear a lot of long dresses in summer, so I like the apron to go really low as well to cover the dress.
My fault too.
especially when it's fly.
So what I love is that we've made it so you can tie it in different ways.
Yes.
So here, Andrew's just tied it at the top and at the base. Now these are samples, so we don't have this function on them yet, but the finished ones will have it. They have a little mother of pearl button on the inside, so you can actually, if I just do this, you can attach it like this instead if you prefer.
Yes.
Or, depending on
If you're
how tall
smaller,
are,
you can cross it.
Cross it at the back, which is quite sort of traditional and quite...
Yeah, that's very
And
chic.
have different button holes here, so you can have it at different sizes.
Right.
It is officially known as one size fits all Lalandes.
So with hanging still tight at the top, but
Yeah.
even there we could, sorry, I'm going to do it like this, we could cross it at the back
Yes.
really easily. See? And then you
Yeah.
just tie it there, which ties inside, so you won't see the extra bits. So there'll be button.
And you always tie yours at the front.
Yeah, well,
Every time.
I find
Yeah.
it much easier, because then you're not faffing at the back. So I fit it whatever you like.
However lovely the apron is right now, it's going to be even better when it gets to your homes because when our samples arrived, we absolutely love them. But as we were trying them on, we realised there is something missing, something I've never had on an apron before, but that would be really helpful. We are adding a hidden hoop inside on this side and this side that will usually be hidden, but that you can put out and attach this to or your pot holder too, but I think it's fabulous for the tea towel because it will be like this then, and you can wander around the kitchen. Something I've never had, actually, an attachment just for the tea towel, which means that you've always got the perfect tea towel matching your apron to dry your hands perhaps as you're washing your hands when you're cooking. I love it. And that's why we've called it the chatelaine apron, because as most of you know, a chatelaine is traditionally a belt that was worn by the lady of the house, and it would have hanging from it everything you needed for the running of the house. So keys, scissors, little notepad and pen, and it's chic, isn't it?
It's very
It
fetching.
makes me feel very chic.
It's not dress up, Tonton Stephen. We are launching very important products for the...
Star Trek.
Yeah, I know, I got it. I did get it. You did. No, because you look exactly like him. I mean, you've nailed it. And you are the sort of man who would wear this. Because, I mean, they are technically unisex, but not all men would wear that pattern, but...
Nonsense.
Tonton Stephen would.
You have 100% of the men. Where is your research from? These wafting opinions.
Why wouldn't you wear literally, it's like a
sort of grey, blue and cream apron?
I think we're going to set up our own flock and people can follow it for sensible opinions.
Oh, look, you just are rocking this.
You should wear a tea towel.
How's your bouillabaisse going?
Bouillabaisse being beautifully.
Poor Galahad's wondering where his apron is, hey? Why doesn't he have one? Oh, he did. He was lacking a tea towel.
I know. Imagine how that's going to dry there.
I have tried with about 17 different tea towels, various items with Philip, and they are exactly
made. And again, these are hand printed so that it's always centered properly, the design. The pot holders come in a box of 2 pot holders, and they are €49 for a box of 2. The oven gloves are also €49, but that's for 1 oven glove in a very pretty box. We don't have the box for the kitchen products yet, but this is the box that we sent all of the scarves in. There's beautiful Jarvis Jansen paper inside with a little sticker, and I love the fact that you went for the same colour on the interior, but it will be a different colour and a different pattern for the kitchen products. The final look will be a surprise for those who order it. The tea towels come in a box of 4 tea towels, and the box is €56. So €56 for 4 tea towels. And the Lalande apron is €84. And remember, it will have 2 little hidden hoops that you can use to attach your tea towel if you want to.
We just looked out of the window and it looks as though Thor is very excited about the idea of the new kitchen. It's a very Lalande site, isn't it? Peacock and sand for the building work. Oh, Thor, you're majestic. I think he's actually doing it to attract this peacock. What do you reckon? In fact, I think this might have been a bird of paradise originally on the fabric. I'm not too sure. It's a very, very old fabric design. It dates probably from the 18th century. Obviously, it's on the wallpaper in Lalande. So I'm not sure whether it was originally a bird of paradise or a peacock, but he certainly looks like Thor.
If any of you are interested in purchasing any of these, they are now live on jarvisjansen.com, and I will put a link to them in the description box below. Each one will come with one of my aunt's recipes, and anyone who buys the bundle of all of the products will also get one of Marie's recipes. There's going to be a different recipe with each product. Since we sold the scarves, we've been working really hard on reducing our shipping costs to you, so they've now come down. But also, if you order 2 or more products, shipping will be free. And if you order the bundle, which has each of the items in, you'll receive all 5 recipe cards and get free shipping. These are a very limited edition run because we've had all of the fabric made. It's currently being dyed to Philip's exact specifications. So once that fabric is gone, we cannot make any more products. We should be receiving the products in April to send out to you then. So you should have them in time for your spring cooking. And what we need to see here is, do they get here in time for the new kitchen? They will be helping the new kitchen happen because the sale of every single one of these products will be bringing us one step closer to our new kitchen.
Half a cabinet closer, half a teacup.
A shelf.
Yeah, exactly.
No, we've got the teacup.
No, I know. Good point. Teacup hook.
And now I want to end this video, which is all about us saving the kitchen at Lalande and taking it to new heights, with one of the first ever Chateau Diaries. I've made over 1,000 Chateau Diaries now, and I'm taking you back to number 17, when I was left all alone at the chateau, catering for an entire music workshop and singing in the concert with them at the end of the week. This is probably my most vivid memory of the kitchen in the 20 years that I've lived here, but it was also the week in which I bonded with this kitchen the most, and I look forward to many more years of cooking in it in future. This is what I wake up to every morning. The musical workshop is in full swing, but I can't just sit back and enjoy it, because for the next few days I just have to sing, learn music and cook.
Everybody's left me to run the entire workshop on my own.
I have 3 days to learn this tricky piece by Mahler to perform this weekend with the teachers from the workshop.
Wir sollten Festtage verkommen, alle Fische gleich mit Freude angeschwommen. Dort laufen wir Vater mit Netz und mit Körner zum himmlischen Weiher hinein.
I finally got to bed. I'm completely exhausted. I'm in quite a panic about the song as well. The concert's tomorrow night. Also, I think I have to stop eating all of the cakes that I'm making.